Thank you once again for joining us. Today's Better Trading Spotlight On guest is Bennett McDowell. Bennett is the president and CEO of TradersCoach.com. His title today is The Art of Trading. Art is his trademark name for his approach to the markets and analysis, and I won't steal any of Ben's thunder. I'll let him present that. I haven't introduced myself. My name is Stanley Dash. I'm vice president of Applied Technical Analysis at TradeStation. Full technology that we're using, but it wasn't that long ago we couldn't do these things, and even guys old enough like me remember that. One other thing I want to point out before we get into one legality, and I'll give this to Ben, we have 600 people logged in at the moment, and we expect there will be more. I'm sure some people are still logging in. So over 600 are logged in, and I can see that, of course, there's a high representation from North America, but also we have people logged in from Australia and other parts of the Pacific Rim, from Africa, including Northern Africa and Sub-Saharan Africa. I see people from the Middle East, a wide representation in Europe. I want to thank all of you for taking the time to join us. I know you're in many different time zones. And speaking of time zones, if you'd indulge me for just a minute, and I'll steal the floor from Ben for just another minute. I just returned from an investment and trading forum in Rimini, Italy. I had a lovely trip to Italy. It was a wonderful show. TradeStation was there presenting along with our London-based TradeStation Europe subsidiary. We were there for the second year in a row. Obviously, from a business point of view, we were very pleased. We got very nice reaction to that. I just have to say that the people in Italy were wonderfully hospitable, both in my time there as a business representative and in the few days that I did have to be a tourist. People came over to our booth and began to ask me questions in Italian, and I said I didn't speak Italian, and they apologized to me for not speaking English. And I try to make it pretty clear to them that the apology should be coming from me, that I was sorry that I didn't speak Italian, and they were most gracious, so we appreciate that. I see somebody mentioning Germany. We may well be at a show in Frankfurt later in the year. We'll let you know about that as we go along. I guess the last item of business before I turn this over to Ben is, of course, just in the area of disclaimer. Just please recognize that Bennett McDowell and Traders Coach are representing themselves. They are not affiliated with TradeStation in any particular way. His opinions are his own. His style of trading, his method of analysis is his own. I've gotten to know Ben quite well over the last few years at many trade shows, and I think you'll appreciate what he has to offer. But please recognize that he's our guest, and Traders Coach, Ben and Traders Coach, are responsible for their own content. Having said all that, I'll introduce my friend Bennett McDowell and let him take the floor.
Stanley, thank you so very much. It's a pleasure to be here, and I want to thank everybody at TradeStation Securities for having me. You guys are just a great group and truly a leader in education, so it's a pleasure to be here. And not only that, we love your platform too. So we're going to talk a little bit about that as well. But let's go ahead and get into today's topic, the art of trading. Now, the art of trading, ART stands for Applied Reality Trading. So we're going to talk about a concept of entering and exiting the markets based on reality-based trading signals. And so that's what we're going to cover today. And then we're going to also talk about some of the methodology that incorporates money management and psychology, which are two very important pieces of the trading pie that you need to master to do well in this business. So we're going to have fun in this hour. We're going to look at a PowerPoint presentation, and then we're also going to change over and look at live markets using TradeStation. I, too, am looking at the list of people, and we've got a great turnout today, and I see a lot of people there that are using both the ART trading software along with TradeStation, so it's nice to have you here. Okay, I have written 3 books that may be of interest to you, and I just want to quickly go over these with you. The book on the left is called A Trader's Money Management System. And this is a book that talks about nothing but risk control for traders and even investors. And it's regardless of whether you're a day trader, a position trader, whether you trade the forex, futures markets, or stocks. The concepts in this book are absolutely essential because you want to keep your losing trades small. and let your winning trades run and get as big as possible. And that's what this book is all about. So this book is available at Amazon.com. And the other nice thing about the concepts in this book is it's not trading system dependent. And what I mean by that is that the concepts really apply to all facets of trading and trading systems. So you don't have to be using just the applied reality trading system. You can be using a system that you're already happy with and still take the concepts in the money management book and apply them to boost your bottom line. So I think that's really one that you should add to your shelf, simply because without money management, you're going to have a tough time. Okay, the book in the middle, The Art of Trading. That's our Bible on the applied reality trading system. It's our methodology behind the software. Everybody that gets the software should have that book because that's going to tell you how to use it. And then finally, the book on the right, called The Survival Guide for Traders, is a new book that I have coming out in the fall of this year. And basically, that book is going to integrate not only survival techniques for traders, but also how to use fundamental analysis and technical analysis together. And that's kind of a unique concept in the world of purely technical analysis, because there's some things that we can use to locate certain setups or opportunities based on fundamentals, and then apply our technical analysis as to when to enter and exit those markets. So that's coming out this fall. So I just wanted to let you know that those are out there and on the table. Now, we all know you have to have the right tools to trade. In fact, the TradeStation platform is built around back testing, and it's built around about having the right technical tools. So we want to look into this and really cover the specifics on that. Today we're going to look at three primary tools. We're going to look at the ART software on TradeStation, and then we're going to also look at the TradeStation platform. Now, the TradeStation platform, I'm sure many of you are using it, and if you're not, you should be, because it is a wonderful platform. The graphics, I think, are just tremendous and unparalleled in the industry today. Not only that, they are now TradeStation Securities, so all your executions are delivered, okay, precisely through that platform. It's a great platform. And on the right-hand side, we're also going to introduce you a money management piece of software called the Trade Size Calculator. And the Trade Size Calculator determines your maximum trade size based on a certain percent risk. So we're going to cover all three of these particular platforms in today's presentation. Okay, if you're not here, okay, then of course you won't win the sweepstakes. Okay, so let's get into the ART software and talk about the methodology and the actual software. Okay, what we've done in developing the ART system is we identified four essential, what we call slices of the trading pie, that you have to master in order to be successful. And the first slice on the upper right-hand side of this pie is called Uncovering Trading Opportunities. So you need to be able to create a watch list, or a list of opportunities for which you want to isolate trade entries and trading exits upon. And so, being a TradeStation user, you have access to one of the best screeners in the industry, and that's the radar screen. Okay? So you want to be able to find opportunities, and that's an important aspect, okay, of being able to isolate those trades in order to catch the biggest trends, or if you're a scalper, those particular scans in order to catch the biggest chopping markets. All right, the second part of the pie is called entries and exits, and this is where you're going to deal about your trading approach or trading system that deals with specific entries and exits. And so we're going to go over the ART system and show you exactly today how it does that. The third part of the pie is called money management. And again, we're going to solve this particular part of the pie through our Trade Size Calculator software that will actually control your risk on each and every trade by determining the proper trade size. So I'm going to show you how that works. That's a lot of fun. You're going to love that. And the fourth part of the pie is the psychology. We're going to show you about the trader's mindset. And psychology cannot be neglected. Okay, it's the glue that holds this whole thing together. You have to have the discipline or the psychology in order to implement a money management system on each and every trade. And you have to have the discipline to get out of the trade when your exits appear. So it is the psychology that makes all this work. So one of the key important parts on this slide here, number 12, is that you have to be successful in all slices of the pie to really do well in trading. For example, if you have a great system that gives you entries and exits, but your money management is poor, then what's going to happen is your losing trades are probably not going to be kept small, and your winning trades are not going to be large enough to overcome that. So you're going to have a hard time being successful. Likewise, if you don't have the right psychology, okay, you may not even abide by your trading approach. So all these slices come into play, and you need to master each slice. This is where so many new traders have a hard time. I think most new traders, and you would probably agree on this, focus on item number 2, which is a trading system for entries and exits. And again, this is where TradeStation can come in, because we are big believers in testing your trading approach and system. And TradeStation is really set up for doing that. So it's a real good win-win situation for everybody. Now, as everybody can hear me okay? I think somebody said they lost sound. Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. Okay, sounds okay. Great, thank you. You just let me know if you can't hear me or it's not loud enough. Okay, now the ART system deals with a variety of different time frames, which I've already mentioned, and a variety of different markets. And so it uses the fractal geometry or symmetry in the marketplace, meaning that you'll see repeated patterns in different time frames in different markets. And so basically what we do with the ART system is we use these patterns and these realities of price and volume for our entries and exits. And one of the key points that went into the philosophy behind the ART system was that we wanted to stay with what was real in the marketplace, was what we call the truth of the market. Now, you know, most indicators that are used in trading the markets actually take you a step away from these realities of the marketplace, because why? They're derivatives of price and volume. Okay? And actually they can distort price and volume. And the reason for this is they can be optimized, okay, and tweaked. So you got to be careful about how you use indicators. Now, you can use indicators, but you need to realize that they do distort the reality of what's going on. Now, the other part about indicators is that they're lagging. And the reason they're lagging, once again, is because they are derivatives of price and volume. Okay, they have to wait for price and volume to be printed before they can actually calculate the values off of those. So they're lagging. Okay, now with the art of trading, what we teach you to rely on are the truths of the market, such as price and volume. So your trading is based solely on the real market realities instead of their derivatives. And that's really what sets ART apart from a lot of the other trading systems out there. All right, let's talk a little bit now specifically about the ART trading software and what it does. The ART software basically transfers complex market information. We look at momentum and how fast the price is moving over time, so they call that the velocity of price. We look at the price itself, and we look at the volume in the marketplace. We also take a look at price patterns on the chart. Okay, and what we do is we actually put on your chart easy to see and simple triangles, which we call pyramid trading points, and we're going to show you what those are soon. But all these things are designed so that when you look at the chart, you know where to get in, where to get out, what your risk is, so you're lowering your stress. Very important aspect of any trading system is to what? Lower your stress, okay?